We need your help. J'ai rencontré simplement.
Lies of P's, an excellent dark action RPG game set in the beloved Souls-like style. The game was developed by a studio from South Korea, the studio NeoWiz, and it was released in the end of 2023 to Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 4 and 5, Windows, and Mac OS. This is a game that every fan of hard action RPG games should play. A game with extreme quality in all aspects, since the gameplay, graphics, story, and many details. It's set in the classic tale of Pinocchio, but a dark version of it. As you start playing, you'll eventually have some choices to do. What can change the ending of the game? If you lie, you'll eventually start to become human. If you always tell the truth, you'll remain as a puppet, altering dialogues, items from quests, and the ending itself. The gameplay is fluid and extremely addictive. Once you learn the mechanics, you just won't want to stop playing anymore. So give it a try.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but, let's not make it a habit.
Hugo,
I want her to come back.
I'll carry you. Mommy is dead, Hugo. You'll never see her again. Go away! Hugo, no! Leave me alone.
Don't take too long.
I hate you.
It's for your own good, Hugo.
I'm sorry.
A Plague Tale: Innocence is an amazing action-adventure game, mixing a good story with a gameplay that blends stealth and action moments, all set in an unforgiving and dark medieval world.
Only our methods differ. We have the same goal. We both fight the plague.
The game was developed by the studio Asobo Studio and released in 2019 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, Amazon Luna, Nintendo Switch, and Windows, and is a game that every fan of story games should play. I assure you it's going to be an amazing experience. Follow the grim tale of young Amicia and her little brother Hugo in a heart-rending journey through the darkest hours of history. Hunted by Inquisition soldiers and surrounded by unstoppable swarms of rats, Amicia and Hugo will come to know and trust each other. As they struggle to survive against overwhelming odds, they will fight to find purpose in this brutal, unforgiving world. The sequel was already released. It's called A Plague Tale Requiem and is also an amazing experience if you like the first game. So if you never played it, you deserve to have this experience.
As fast as you can.
They're running away! Take the boy alive! You'll pay in the end! You must protect him, Amicia.
From today forward, your lives will be forever changed.
Wait, Jackie, Ma, I'm in.
Find a way to make him trust you.
Sleeping Dogs is an incredible GTA-like. The game was developed by the studio United Front Games and released in 2012 to PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Windows. But in 2014, the game received a remastered version and was also released on Mac OS, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Welcome to Hong Kong, a vibrant neon city teeming with life, whose exotic locations and busy streets hide one of the most powerful and dangerous criminal organizations in the world, the Triads. As Wei Shun, an undercover cop trying to take down the Triads, you'll have to fight your way up the organization without blowing your cover. A game with a world similar to the Grand Theft Auto series, but with its own style, since the structure of missions, storytelling, characters, side quests, and the gameplay itself, all with a lot of quality and personality. The open world is beautiful and immersive, with a lot of different vehicles, impressive main quests, and infinite side quests and mini-games that will give you a lot of things to do in a search for 100%. So I assure you that if you like open world action games, there's no mistake in Sleeping Dogs.
Whatever it takes, you remember that?
I tell you, it takes a lot of rage to stare across 8 realms of hell. An ocean of demons into the eyes of the Red Judge and still faint.
Metal Hellsinger is an amazing and atmospheric rhythm boomer shooter inspired in the new Doom games. It was developed by the studio The Outsiders and released in 2022 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, and Windows, and is a very fun experience if you like brutal boomer shooter games. Slay to the rhythm of metal and vengeance on an infernal journey through the 8 hells. Make them fear the beat. Metal Hellsinger is a rhythm FPS bursting with demons, badass weapons, and heavy metal music. The core of the game, as all boomer shooter, is the combat that's brutal and responsive. And as you now know, it's based in a rhythm style, so your shots will cause more damage on the demons if you shoot in the beat of musics. That's another excellent point of this game. Insane metal musics with stars of rock and metal music around the world.
Last winter, we were up on Farewell Ridge. We're watching the freaks. Thousands of them. I mean, too many to count. All I could think was every one of us, man, woman, and child, are now homeless.
After I put Sarah on a chopper, I felt relieved. How fucked up is
Days
that?
Gone is an insane post-apocalyptic open-world game where there's zombies everywhere, and there are many, so you better be quick. It was developed by the studio Ben Studio and released to PlayStation 4 in 2019. Many people that tried the game in the launch date was disappointed, especially because of the performance. That was really bad back then. So many people just dropped the game and never returned, what even made other players think that the game wasn't worth. But the point is the performance was fixed, and the content of the game is really good to be ignored. The world is fun to explore, and combat is fluid and extremely satisfying. And the story, despite it's not a masterpiece, it got its good moments, but for me, the best thing of the game is explore its universe. Riding with the bike everywhere to see what you can find, what feels really immersive.
Two Dog. Two Dog! Damn it! Stop, Two Dog!
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke.
Clair Obscur Expedition 33 was a surprise to everyone. The game was released in April of 2025. Nobody was expecting much of this game, but what the studio Sandfall Interactive delivered us was a true video game masterpiece. The game is available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, GeForce Now, and Microsoft Windows, and in this moment, it is available on Xbox Game Pass. So if you're a user of Game Pass, even if you think you're not going to like the game, try it. You'll be surprised. Explore a world of wonders inspired by Belle Époque France, and battle unique enemies in this turn-based RPG with real-time mechanics. Despite it's a game set in a turn-based combat, it's the most different one I've ever played. It's even like a Souls-like game sometimes. You need to dodge enemies' attack, or even parry. What's harder, but will reward you with mana points. So I assure you, in less than 30 minutes, you'll be hooked to the story of the game. And from there on, it'll just get better and better, with a nice story and deep storytelling and a complex character building. Tunic is an incredible action-adventure game. Its visuals and gameplay is loosely based in the Zelda series, especially the old ones, but this game is original in its own way. It was developed by the Studio Tunic team and published in 2022 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, Nintendo Switch, and Windows. Explore a land filled with lost legends, ancient powers, and ferocious monsters in Tunic, an isometric action game about a small fox on a big adventure. A game that will teach you how important it is to read the manual, but don't worry, it's part of the game. As you explore, you'll find pages of the manual, and with that discover possibilities and features. But actually you won't be able to read it, as it is an exclusive language, but by the figures you'll understand a lot about the game. It all mixes combat, exploration, mysteries, and more mysteries. It's a kind of Metroidvania. As you explore, you'll get new tools and gadgets, and with it you'll be able to reach new areas, with new enemies, puzzles, and bosses, so I highly recommend you to play this one. Celeste is a platformer masterpiece. It's a game about overcoming difficulties. And in the game, it's like climbing a mountain. No matter how hard it is, doing your best, you'll be able to win. It was developed by the studios Maddie Makes Games and Extremely OK Games, and was released in 2018 to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, Linux, and Windows. Help Madeline survive her inner demons on her journey to the top of Celeste Mountain in this super tight platformer. Brave hundreds of handcrafted challenges, uncover devious secrets, and piece together the mystery of the mountain. A game that will challenge you to try your best by finishing the game or doing 100%. It mixes a cozy atmosphere with a beautiful graphic style with thrilling original songs, but a fluid and tight gameplay that will challenge all of you. To finish the game, it won't be a real challenge, but if you like it and want more, the game has so much more to give you, like the stages B and C, all the levels again, but way harder and harder. In the last, after it all, the final secret chapter, the hardest level of the game, that will challenge you in a level that you cannot imagine. So if this sounds good for you, it's a must-play game. Bulletstorm is an absolute hidden gem. It's a first-person shooter game with a lot of charisma and amazing mechanics. It was developed by the studio People Can Fly and released originally in 2011. But in 2017, a remaster version was released, and now it's available on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360 and 1, Windows, and even on VR systems such as PlayStation VR 2 and MetaQuest 2 and 3. Step into the boots of Grayson Hunt after a crash landing on an old resort planet forces him to make a hard choice: survival or revenge. The best part of the game is by far the gameplay. With an insane combat, it seems a sort of Gears of War in some moments. Even the running system is similar, but the combat is also a sort of score game. Certain types of ways to kill the enemies, you'll earn more points, and with these points you can buy upgrades for your weapons or gadgets. And there are many: rifle, revolver, grenade launcher, and more. So if you're searching for a unique and fun game, this is the one for you. Nine Souls is an amazing and unique hardcore Metroidvania game. It was developed by the studio Red Candle Games and released in 2024 to PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One and Series, Mac OS, Nintendo Switch, and Windows, and it deserves your attention. Embark on a journey of Eastern fantasy. Explore the land once home to an ancient alien race, and follow a vengeful hero's quest to slay the Nine Souls, formidable rulers of this forsaken realm. The game is set in a structure similar to classic Metroidvania games, an immersive and complex world that will let you explore as much as you want. But of course, you won't be able to do much in the start, so you'll need to explore for resources and upgrades that will allow you to go even further in the areas. The combat is inspired by Sekiro, set in the style of deflection-focused combat, but it's really satisfying. The boss fights are really good, some harder, some easier, but you can also play in the easy mode that I don't recommend. If you want the true experience, just choose the normal mode, and I assure you it may be hard, but will be really satisfying to advance.